There are arrivals and there is a Peter Obi's arrival. You see, in Nigerian politics, some people enter rooms and others shift the temperature. For Peter Obi, he arranges the room without even stepping in. Now picture this. The entire nation watched as dignitaries gathered in Daura. Former President Buhari was led to rest. Of course, high-profile figures poured in. The crowd waited. The photographers were ready. But one person didn't show up. And that absence, it broke the internet. Peter Obi didn't attend that day. Why? No flight, he said. The airport was shut down. Protocol was still tighter because it was a state funeral. But that didn't stop the outrage. No, they dragged him. Some lamented, "You went to the Pope's funeral but missed Buhari's." They cried. The North will not forget. Some even echoed. So what did Peter Obi do? He walked in the next day, unbothered, calm, not in agbada, no flamboyance, just that familiar pattern shirt, the Obi uniform, simple but symbolic, easy to spot in the crowd. And this is the part that made the political class shiver. He didn't walk in alone. He came in with the latest bad boys club of Nigerian politics. Atiku Abubakar, Nasir El-Rufai, and the rest. A convoy of calculated minds, former rivals, opposite in personalities, but united on a common goal to rebut democracy. Different temperaments, different methods, but one message: Nigeria must shift. And as they sat together, side by side, that hit the crowd. This wasn't just condolence visit. It was a silent manifesto, a taste to what 2027 might look like. You complained he did not show up. Now you're uncomfortable that he did. And isn't this just the thing with Peter Obi? Whether he speaks or stays silent, he controls the conversation. Some say he's too calculative. Others say he's always late. But what if I told you he's not late? He's highly anticipated. And this right here, this is the most chilling part. For a man who didn't speak for more than 5 minutes, he once again owned this week's headline. He owns the headline when he reminds us what Buhari told him: "Please care for the poor Nigerians." This is the line that defines his presence this week. So I say this: Peter will be hanging out with the so-called bad boys is giving what? Power. It's giving strategy. It's even giving they have woken a different beast. So whether you love him, doubt him, or fear him, one thing is clear. When Peter Witt steps in, the room doesn't just react, it recalibrates. 5 minutes, one shirt, one sentence, and the whole country is talking. That's not luck, that is presence. Once again, it is a truth at a time. Take care and have a nice day.
Hello, everyone. I hope you just watched all of that and just saw how beautiful the message is put out by Mimi. And the other one you also watch. I mean, at the end of the day, Peter Obi is the daddy, that daddy, their daddy. You know what I mean? It's just on point. He's the one they talk about. They have to talk about him, whether he does anything, he doesn't do anything, whatever he does. And say, guess something, of all the people around there, Peter Obi is that one person who two people died on the same day and he paid respect to both of them. Two very influential persons. One is the Oba, there's a title, the head of Ijebuland. The other one was the former President Muhammadu Buhari. And guess what? Peter Obi was on at both funerals. And of course, he couldn't divide himself into two places at the same time. And whatever he does it in a way that respectful to whoever is there, but also owning his space and owning his ground. If Mr. Peter Obi had gone on the day of the funeral, a lot of people would have said, he went too early. What was he doing there? What was he looking for? He plays politics. He's trying to make this thing. And then this time he allowed everybody to go be at the burial, right? Because of course, looking at the whole scenario, even in the Islamic this thing, will he be at the burial? Would he even be allowed to the burial space? Would there be any kind of, jostling and whatever? Are there going to be a lot of dignitaries that give them their space to own their space? And then he comes quietly, greet them, and quietly leave. But the thing is that with Mr. Peter Obi, the way Nigerians see him, there's no quietly coming and quietly go. And by the way, did you even see the kind of uh, breath of, fresh air? Should I say fresh air, or just moment of relief, moment of genuinity, when you feel someone is there genuinely for you and not just there for the optics of being there or for the politics of being there? Because when Peter Obi was having that short moment description, that short moment with the children of late Muhammadu Buhari, you could see their faces, you could see the way they looked. They looked sort of like relieved. They were happy to see him there. They welcome me. You could see that smile at least coming back into their face, almost as if, when you're in that dark place and then you see someone who gives you the relief. But this is it. In the way that people try to go uh, after Peter Obi, one of the things that is always coming out is the fact that no matter how you try to drag him or bring him down, it's it gives him another springboard. Let me put it that way. It gives him another springboard, and you're seeing him excelling and going beyond what was expected to drag him down, taking him up. And it reminds me of a Hausa saying that says, there's a particular saying, I'm trying to remember it now. No, it's not Zakaran da Allah na fara cara ana muzuru ana shan husiyai. That's a different one, but that's not even the one I'm looking for. On this one is uh something mai rabo taki. Hasada ga mai rabo taki. Yes, that's the particular one I'm looking for. Hasada ga mai rabo taki means that, jealousy to someone who is favored. Jealousy against someone who is favored is like fertilizer. The moment you think you're angry at him, you're trying to do something because you're jealous of him, but the person will just keep growing, just keep growing. And I think that's what I see with Mr. Peter Obi. Wherever he goes into, I mean, you just hear it, you just feel it, you just say it. He owns the space. He doesn't have to be loud about it. He's minding his own business, he's doing his own thing. But one thing that is for sure is that you can't forget whose name that is. You can't look and say, who is that? You don't know who that is. Even inside your innermost mind, you will know him, and you know him. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like I said earlier, is the daddy that daddy their daddy. You understand? That's how it goes. And it comes from a long place of consistency. This thing is not the kind of thing that you just acquire it. You can't fake it. I mean, it's been how many years now? Let's say from 2023 to this time. We're talking about 5 years now. Even if it's from that time that when you started running for president, that he has gotten to here, you can't take that away from he has owned it. It's the consistency. And there's something about, people galvanate towards something that it's true. You understand, that it's pure in its form, that it's true, that people can see, yes, this is who this person is, and Nigerians can absolutely feel it. At the end of the day, what we need to do as citizens, Peter Obi has done his bit, is doing his bit. I want us as Nigerians to do our bit as Nigerian citizens. That ferociousness that is in us, that courage, that spirit, that can do spirit, we need to bring it on to the 2027 election and say enough is enough. This time is the person that we want and we vote for that must be sworn in by the grace of God. Thank you.